Good day, good day, good day, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am your host, the real Bryant Glaze Gibbs. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. This is my platform. This is my ministry. What I do is talk about the good, talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. But the objective is, how do I utilize my past experience, my past transgression as an educational purpose to get these kids to understand there's no shortcut in life. Only thing come fast is trouble. Easy to get into, hard to get out. And today what I'm going to talk about is this date and time in history. February 26, 1988. It was the beginning of the end of our little organization, our little sick mentality, exploiting the street, I'm saying, poisoning our community, killing our community. So once again, right now, this is the beginning of the end right here.
Are shedding tears tonight for a rookie cop executed in cold blood. Officer Edward Byrne was just 22 years old, the son of a retired police lieutenant. Officer Byrne was shot early this morning as he sat in his parked patrol car. He was on stakeout assignment in the South Jamaica section of Queens. That portion of the 103rd precinct is known as a drug-dealing supermarket.
The execution is being read as a bold message from drug peddlers, but tonight, heavily armed police units are patrolling South Jamaica, sending out a message of their own. Jim Doling is live now at the scene. Jim?
Tidy on the patrol car, standing guard out here tonight, a black cross, mourning the loss of one of their youngest, one of their newest, one of their own. You know, this neighborhood here in South Jamaica is never very calm. The crack dealers and criminals make sure of that, but it is particularly tense out here tonight after the brazen, cold-blooded murder of a man who wanted only to keep this neighborhood safe. And the police mean to put the men responsible in jail, men who overpowered a young police officer here early this morning as he sat alone in his car, never getting the chance to pull his own gun. It is a mistake the police are unlikely to make again. Tonight they are armed with 9mm automatics and more. They wear bulletproof vests and they patrol the area. Other police go door to door to get some hint of what happened. But neighbors are reluctant to say much. A man who will kill a cop will kill anyone. One neighbor hung a black ribbon on a signpost to remember Edward Burns.
We have what appears to be a deliberate assassination of a police officer acting in the performance of his duty.
Burns was in his patrol car early this morning, parked in front of this man's house. He is a witness in a major drug-selling case against Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, who now resides on Rikers Island. Police believe that it's possible that Nichols engineered this hit from his Rikers Island jail cell. The parked car pulled up with its lights off. Two men got out, and one fired into the patrol car, killing Burns, a police officer, for just 4 weeks. This afternoon, police found the car in question, but a man who was near the vehicle has not been charged by police. He is being questioned. Police report that man was questioned and then later released this evening. They have arrested no one else in connection with this murder. This is not the first time that there has been violence at this home of this important drug witness. There were 2 fire bombings late last year. Nobody has been hurt before this. Before a young police.
Hey, folks, look at that, right? If you sit back and you think about it, that was the beginning of the end. I remember that night. I remember that morning well. It's like I just left the block, hanging out with my partner at the time, Bug Out. Right now, Bug Out gave me approximately 40 cash. I left. And as I left South Jamaica Queens that morning, about 2, 3 o'clock, I got to Cypress. And even right now, something took place in Cypress as soon as I got back. During the same time that Edward Burns got killed, I was involved with a homicide right there in Cypress that I did. But the crazy part about it right now is I went upstairs, went to sleep. Next thing you know, I woke up. And when I woke up, my pager was going off. Beep, 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 like nonstop. And then when I looked at it to see who was calling me, it was this cat that owned the bodega that me and Bug Out was partnered in. Here there's a nice bodega, and the very back was a steel door. And right now is what happened is with that steel door, guess what? Somebody go back there, place their order, slide their money under the door, get their product. So just so happened right now is when the owner called me crazy, I could barely understand him because of his language. So, but I kind of understand like cops. They was everywhere. So my thing was, listen, what's going to happen is, guess what? Here it is. They're going to get another call. That's more important than they seen a direct sell. So once again, they're going to be led away to a more important call, not understanding what took place As I'm sitting, as far as in the kitchen of my Cypress headquarters, all of a sudden the news come on. And what they talk about, we interrupt this program to tell you about rookie police officer was murder, execution style, 107 in Inwood Street. I'm like, wow. Even with that, that's our area. Right now, I already know that area is hotter than a firecracker. What happened is I'm trying to figure what the hell out, paging everybody, trying to get in contact with everybody. Then all of a sudden, I get a call from Howard Pappy Mason and Lynn, Fat Cat girlfriend at the time. And basically right now, I guess after that hit of that rookie police officer, here there's a squad came in, heavily armed with vests and I guess machine guns, and they escorted Cat from Brooklyn House of Detention to nobody know where. So now everybody up and along, where Cat, where Cat, where Cat. But now it's me, Pappy, and Lynn on a conference call. We talking, trying to figure what's going on and who was responsible for the hit. And I told them whoever did it, they did it to make our areas hot. Make our area like you can take a cigarette and light off the ground. Not knowing that my buddy was responsible for the whole time. I stayed in Brooklyn that whole time. I didn't leave, okay, until it got dark. Once it got dark, got, you know what I'm saying, ride, went out there, went to Queens, went to Fat Cat's sister house, Viola. And even right now, I can remember a few people being there. And right now, as we having a conversation, I said, look, man, whoever did this, they did it to make our area hot. They did it to stop the cash flow. So basically, once I find out who did it, who's responsible for it, they got to go. So even as I left, came out of the house, went outside, one of the guys pulled me to the side. And when he pulled me to the side, he said, yo, the hit came from us. I'm like, hold up, no way in the world. How can a hit come from us if I am us? I didn't know nothing about it. But once again, chain of command. It didn't came from Cat. Okay, it came from Pap. And right now the Cat like, yo, man, Pap wanted it done. And I did it. I'm like, gosh. And you know what? It's like, man, that was right then and there. We already knew it was the beginning of the end. Because once again, like I said, within a week, you know what I'm saying, as I'm in Brooklyn, and as I'm in Brooklyn or whatever, over there by Linden Plaza, I had got a call earlier from Marshal, Dave, on Pappy Uncle. And right now I was in Cypress. So I met up with them. They got my Volvo. And as they got my Volvo, and as I'm driving off, going towards like Queens, then all of a sudden they pulled me over right across the street from Linden Plaza. And when they pulled me over, out of nowhere, a bunch of blue and white cars, wah, 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 all over the place, and then detectives. So once again, right now is they arrested me. They took me in. They took Marshal in. They took Dave in. And the difference is right now, they let them go. And they kept me. And they charged me with a murder that I was responsible for. But what they was doing is they was holding me so I couldn't run, couldn't escape, couldn't disappear. Because they felt and knew in their heart and mind that the real Brian Glaze Gibbs is the one that executed that rookie police officer, Edward Byrne. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe, share, get your signed copy to more and more of the story. Get your signed copy of Beyond Lucky, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story, by emailing BRIANGIBBS1201 to place your order. After you order your book, I'll throw in Straight from the Street Volume 1, Straight from the Street Volume 2 for free. Peace, love, and prosperity.